Yeah.
How do you feel about it? You seemed a little down yesterday.
We should give
Context.
some context. Jake, you were on Impulsive 2 days ago, and you and your brother got into a passionate discussion back and forth about some issues that I think you've both been keeping in for a while, and it kind of exploded on the show. And there was a bit of back and forth about some jealousy, about stealing fights, about brand partnerships, and now we're a couple days after that, and the internet has reacted, but I don't know if you have, so it'd be interesting to hear what your thoughts are a couple days out from that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just like all a tough situation because our life is in the public spotlight, and I like don't even want to perpetuate it more and like continue to create turmoil or any like weird energies that are out there, but like then the other side of it is already out there, and then I look bad because of how he is acting, so it looks like I'm arguing with him, but really I'm more so just setting his ego in line. And this is just me being honest, because I feel like I've just held it in for so many years. Like, I'm kind of just speaking my mind more so now, and I like the truth sets you free, but I'm kind of more so, I'm not arguing with him. Like, I don't want him to look bad, but he almost, like, can't help himself to look bad. And I think that's...
Yeah, you
Fuck, bro. I don't even know if we can go here with all this shit.
but the problem is, like, you silence yourself often about it, and you, like, deal with it in real life, and, you know, you try to converse with him. But it, like, leaves it so one-sided and just gives his narrative like just a one-way fucking tarmac to fly off, and I feel like you don't like shed enough light or like share, you know, your narrative of it, or like what it really is.
Yeah, because I think it just makes us both look bad that like we can't I guess be on the same page as like brothers. Him looking bad makes me look bad. So it's like we both look stupid, and there's like no point. I mean, and then this is what's stupid about it is like I don't know why he put that out. Like I was telling him and his team like, why are you putting this out? No one wins here. And then his team is like clapping like, no, this is great content. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if we can fucking use this, because then when I start to talk about it, it just feels like I'm bringing him down, which I don't want to do. But then it's like, I also don't want to be brought down with him. So it's like, what do I choose? What side do I choose? And then now it's like starting to unravel and like reveal itself. And like clearly he has envy and jealousy towards me, and that's what I told him off camera. And he's like, no. But it like everyone sees it. It's like clear as day. And it's like, why? We're on the same team. I'm not in competition with him. I want him to be a billionaire. I want him to accomplish all of his goals. It's him undermining me and being condescending towards me and trying to little bro me and discrediting everything that I do, and
so what makes you so like passionate about just trying to level it out and like not speak on it, or like just
Because it's his brother.
Yeah.
And like
yeah, but it's like ongoing. It's been years of like you being undermined, and it's evident. Like everyone knows that. Like in personal relationships, on the internet, you can see it everywhere, and everyone knows it. And like you're the only person who doesn't speak. Like you let him win every time.
Yeah, because I don't care enough to like try to prove my point. Like the way you combat that is with like more love. Like you're not like being abrasive towards it and just like creating more. And this is where this all gets fucked, is like, dude, can we even post this fucking episode? Because it's like now I'm perpetuating it. But at some point, when am I just a rag doll who's like bending over and like letting him treat me like shit? So then it's like, it's such a tricky situation. And by the way, a public forum is like not the place to handle it, and then that's where I get caught up in the loop.
That's what he loves. Like media is his moral compass. Like whatever is right to the public eye is what he follows.
Yeah.
So like he loves this shit. Like that's the only way you can kind of settle it on his grounds, because you never want to settle it on your grounds. It never settles. It's been ongoing. You say, oh, the way you handle this with more love. You've been giving more and more and more love. Every time it happens, you went from 50% to 60% to 70%, 80%. Now you're at his door with the love, and here you are.
Yep. No, and then it's just me getting, like, taken advantage of. But I think this might be, like, a turning point where if he, I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing I think never should have been a public conversation. It should have been a conversation between the two of you. Like I said, I think this has been a thing that's been bubbling up between you for a while, at least on your side. I think you felt a lot of this for a while. You felt like your older brother was jealous of you. You felt like he always makes things that are about you, about him, and it's bothered you, and you've wanted to have that conversation, and it should have been a private conversation, but now it's a public conversation. And I think that's where it's like, as a friend, when it's made a public conversation, you still chose to take the high road in a lot of aspects. There's a lot of things you didn't say there. And
yeah, because I don't want it to seem like I'm arguing. That I don't need to argue my point in case. Like, I let my actions and my love speak for itself.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like what Jasper's saying is, like, that doesn't get through to him. Yeah. And it hasn't. So,
for me, the most frustrating thing out of that whole conversation for me was hearing him undermine you and belittle you with these snarky comments about, we know who the better fighter is. Come on, Jake. Come on, buddy. Come on, little bro. Yeah. We know. And to me, what that reminded me of, I actually had this situation. I'm an older brother. I have a younger brother. And for years as a kid, I unconsciously did a similar thing where I was better at him than a lot of things. And I would take advantage of that. And, like, I loved being better and being the older brother. And I always won whatever we were playing because I had certain advantages. And there was, like, one thing that he was better at than me, and it was video games. And when we would go play video games, he would beat me at video games. And then you know what I would say? I would say, yeah, I wasn't actually trying. And, like, I didn't think anything of that until we were a little bit older. And he was like, yeah, that really hurt me when you would do that. He's like, I just love you and look up to you. And even when I would finally win a game, you would have to belittle it or write it off.
Is a very real thing, bro. You have to understand, like, I'm the youngest. I have fucking 3 older brothers that I lived with my entire life. As a younger brother, it's not my goal to be better than you. I get excited. It's like, holy shit, I did something, like, you might be proud of me. I just fucking won. Like, isn't that cool? And, like tearing it down is, like, the craziest thing. Like,
yeah, for me as the little brother, it's always like team. We did this together. We started our YouTube channel together, and basically, like, off camera, he was basically like, no, like, I never respected you when we were kids, and
yeah, that's fucking terrible.
And like, I thought you were a failure, and all this shit, and I was just like, so you didn't even, like, respect me as a brother because I was always there for you and trained for sports with you and played with you in the woods and built forts together, and we were best friends, and we survived a traumatic childhood together between our parents, like, abusing us, like, but you had no respect for me until I was older and was successful, and then I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, and now I'm just, like, lost.
But where's your breaking point? Like,
I think I'm there.
You watch the documentary.
I think I'm there.
You see,
and in the documentary, he was so condescending and still, like, undermining me the whole entire time.
You get on a plane right after your fight.
Yeah.
And the most wild shit possible. The first thing he says to you as soon as you guys sit down on a plane, I don't know if you want to share that, but personally, I think it's fucking insane. And it's just, where's your breaking point? Like,
I think I'm at it. I think it was that. But then it's like, then it's just like this whole fucking loop. Like, I've always taken the higher road in 2017. Always take the higher road. Always don't try to say my case online.
There's some things you can't even say.
Yeah, and he drops diss track and take higher road. He does it, take higher road, take higher road, take higher road. And
he, like, fucks your girlfriend.
Yeah, and exactly. And it's like, take higher road. Don't expose that. Oh, now he wants to expose it himself. Okay. But I just don't even perpetuate it.
But it's a fucking pattern. Do you not realize?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I think I'm at the breaking point.
Imagine a person
like,
being
what do I
so
do?
sociopathic
I hate this shit.
that like they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna tell the world
This
I
is not
fucked my
all
brother's
worth-
girlfriend. Like
Yeah.
that's insane. The media is his moral compass. Like
Compass.
compass. Fuck you. Even like him, I see him in the gym bi-weekly. Like he'll be in the gym once every 2 weeks.
Fuck, bro. We can't. Are we really doing this right now?
Well, this
I
whole
don't
thing
think we can do
this whole
this.
thing feels wrong. It feels fucked up. That's what I'm saying.
It's unrealistic.
I don't like sitting here shit talking two brothers. You're brothers at the end of the day. And this whole thing feels wrong, but it is public now. It's been made public. I don't know how you
People
navigate
don't see
this.
how you react in private,
Especially
and how
when you have a
feel.
private conversation with him after and it goes terribly.
Yeah, yeah.
And really how I feel, like I don't know if this is out of line, but like I feel really, if you're really just the better fighter and you're just Lil Bro and really really Jake, we know, I think you should get you could go to Puerto Rico and spar right now. And we can see how that goes, because I think it's fucked up.
No, don't need to do that.
Yeah.
No.
But
that just shows the separation between you guys. Is like in his mind, like, oh, I would love to fight him one day, and in your mind, you literally never want to fight your brother. That's not an option in your mind, that you would like to choose not to.
Well, I think
and just be
Logan
great
said he
together.
didn't want to fight Jake, but it's just interesting to hide behind, we know who the better fighter is, buddy, but I'll never fight you because I'm your brother and I love you so much. But we know, buddy, who's the better one. That's convenient.
He hates it.
yeah. And
Did you see that picture of when you won your fight against Nate Diaz and everybody's cheering and Logan's sitting there? He looks like a super villain. Like this. Once again, this feels fucking weird because we go back to Puerto Rico and we see Logan every day. This like, I don't know, bro, but like, did you see that picture or the video?
yeah, I didn't think it was real. But it's like, what? It seems fake, but it's not. There's like a video of it too, and I just don't get it. I just can't believe it. I don't know. It's
too
weird.
fucked up to
It's
be
weird.
true.
It's really weird.
Because even in private, like, you speak so highly of like what you guys, like what you want you guys to do and your plans, and like even just exciting things that you want them to be a part of. Like when you talk about like your ranch, you're like, oh, me and Logan this, me and Logan that. Like everything, you involve him in every single fucking thing you can possibly.
I think the reason I've created like our brotherhood and like having these friends around is because I yearned for it. And Logan has even said it. What, you always have people around. You always have so many people around. It's because I was like so lonely as a kid and I never had like the brother that I wanted. And so like I found you guys. And it's like that's why I like have so many people around. It's because it's like this brotherhood that I so deeply yearned for as a kid and like never had anyone to play with. Wasn't allowed to like hang out with him and his friends, and I would just like ride my bike around the city like asking kids to hang out because I like wanted that like person. And that's what bothers me so much today is the fact that we started all this together as like a team and we like now don't do really anything together like actually in terms of like business or building something together. I think that'd be like the coolest thing in the world is to like have some sort of company or something with him, and I've tried so many times. But
you start something good and then he like creates war within it. It's like you guys buy a warehouse together and you like hang up a better flag because that's a company you fucking own. Now there's a Barstool flag right behind it. You fucking put Problem Child in the ring and now there's fucking Prime and UFC in the ring next to it. Like
yeah,
ironic. Like it doesn't make sense.
And that, yeah.
The room upstairs that nobody sees at the warehouse has nothing Logan related. You go downstairs in the room that everyone sees and everyone's filming. There's a picture on two to three pictures on every wall, every fucking corner of the room that just have you get your newspaper hung up like that you got as a fucking gift, with all the articles on your accolades. He hangs one up literally right next to it, like gets it made in it. Like
what's the takeaway from all of this? Like
the takeaway is don't be famous, and fame and money is the root of all evil. Actually, is the takeaway. People get lost.
But you guys are so far past like the.
But when you're so deeply like hurt and traumatized and like you have such a big void of validation, nothing can fill it.
But like you've hit every.
That's why you find the
pinnacle.
unhappy billionaire. Such a common theme.
So we just go broke.
I'm thinking about it.
Let's all just go broke.